I'm with Coggeshall United manager Cliff Akurang after the Dave's game against Wormley Rovers. Cliff, how did you feel that went?
Perfectly. We wanted to get the 3 points. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. We know their league position is slightly forced. They had a bit of a slow start to the season, but if I remember correctly, one of the better teams on the form guide. So they've not been beaten out of sight by anyone. So we know it was always going to be close, 3-2s, 2-1s. So I'm really pleased with that today because they're a tough team and we made them, look like we could score at will at times. So I can't knock the performance, and the all-important 3 points is what we got. So really pleased.
Earlier in the season, obviously, we played them at their place and lost 2-1. Don't know if you go in for this, but does it avenge that defeat?
I wasn't really thinking about avenging it. I think that when we played them the first time, it was probably us underestimating them. They're coming over here today. They've got a completely different team, so I don't know if they had a few people missing. But you could see they wasn't as strong today as they were when we played them the first time. So off of the strength of what they put out today, the result was fair, and they were lucky not to have conceded any more.
Did it please you also that you limited them to so few chances? Yes, you conceded at the end, which I imagine was very disappointing, but you also limited them to such a limited number of chances. Yeah,
I think in the last couple of games, the defenders have really stepped up their game, and I think they've had 2 clean sheets and only conceded the 1 in the last 3. So as much as we give all the praise to the attack, as I've always said, the defence is probably one of the best defences in the league.
Oh, absolutely.
And
statistics bear that out.
it gets sort of overruled by the attacking threat that we possess, and the goals that we keep on scoring. So it's a good way to keep reminding people that we're doing well both ends, and everybody's pulling their weight, and it's not just the strikers who are getting all the attention, it's the defenders as well.
Talking about your defence, did it please you how much concentration Walker had today? Because he did have to make 2 very good saves after a lot of inactivity. Pleased you?
Yeah, again, we slightly tweaked things, worked on a few things in training that we wanted to bring into the game, and it's really benefiting Walks. He seems to be a lot happier. It works well with the stuff that he's learning from Mike, and the things they're working on together, and it goes to show how important it is to support your goalkeeper and to work with your defence, because they're just as important as what goes on the other end. I think some teams, they sort of neglect that fact, and the teams that take that little bit more care in those areas get more of a reward. So I'm really pleased with how the defence is looking, and it's not just the same group of players. We've played probably a different back line in the last 3 games, and they've all been consistent, whoever's been in there. So it's as a collective, probably the one person who's played all 3 games has been Matt Walker. So hats off to him. We've sort of criticised him when he's made a few mistakes, but at this present moment in time, he's got to have his head held high, because he's really playing some good football at the moment.
Let's talk about the headline grabbers at the other end. Obviously, the attack generally grabs the headlines. That's 82 goals in the league this season so far. You've got 8 games to go. Would you like to hit that magic 100?
I would love to. We hit it last season. It would be nice if we can hit it again, because it just goes to show how well the boys have done, because people are forgetting that we're the team that's come up. So to sort of find your feet in this level and sort of get to 100 goals would be a massive achievement, just to sort of say we know that area is sorted, we know that area, we know what we're doing in that attack. And being a ex-striker myself,
of course,
I love plenty of goals, so 100, more than 100, as many as we can get. I'll be over the moon if they can get near that.
Let's talk about a couple of individuals just to close. Danny Scott, obviously got your first today. Watching the game, I found it fascinating that at one point, 4 or 5 of their players all picked him out as a danger man. Were all pointing at him almost at the same time to watch him. Within 2 minutes, he'd scored. Tell us a bit about Danny Scott.
Well, as you know, he's the bionic man. He's the robot in our team. He's just unbreakable. His determination and his will to win. He's a true leader. Fantastic player, and one of the few players who symbolise what this club's about. He's sort of first in, last out, and his ethic in a football game never hides from responsibility and always goes above and beyond to help out his teammates. So, you know, the dedication and the concentration he has in a game, even when he's in the final third and you think, oh, he's a defender, you know, he's not used to being in these attacking situations. He's just as clinical one end as he is defending the other end. So he's been a huge character for us in the run into the end of the season and all throughout the whole season. He's a massive player for us, and we're glad to have him on board with us. He's you know, a good role model to all the rest of the players, and that's the kind of standard of player that we want to have at this club.
Absolutely. And Andy Fennell, another 2 goals today. All-round performance, looked great again. What can you say about Andy Fennell, just to close for us?
He's the eye catcher, isn't he? He's the one that, if you're paying your money to come and watch us, you're going to be mesmerised by the speed and the dribbling ability that he has and he possesses. He works both ways. It's not just that he goes forward and just enjoys an attack. He works back and he makes his tackles as well. And you know, some people miss that side of it, but he scores brilliant goals, and the boys love having him in the team because we know what he can do, and we enjoy watching him giving defenders 15-20 yards and catching up with them running beyond them because you know you can see that the other teams or the players are not expecting it. So it's just a little thing that we have a laugh about between ourselves. They call him the little fast one from The Incredibles. So now that's going to be his new name for the rest of the season until he loses the speed.
Well, on that note, another fantastic performance from the boys, rolling on into the last 8 games of the season. Fantastic way to do it. Cliff Akurang, as always, thank you very much.
Thank you.